up, internet? It's the Jerry crew, yeah! If you're new here, welcome. We post every week, or at least we try to.
If you've been with us within the past couple of weeks, you know that we've been kind of unhinged.
We're coming back at you with some coherent content. I'm dead inside. I guess you're gonna find out a bit about me. This is some family tea.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's favorite tea, family tea. I'm disowned from half of my family. I'm just gonna say it.
But if they didn't disown her, she would have disowned herself anyway.
My mom's side of the family, they're it's a really big family, so like I can't speak on like everybody in that family. There were some people in that family that are quite honestly very narcissistic. I got an eating disorder because of them. Yay!
Yeah, Kassidy had an eating disorder that she told me about, and she didn't even notice that she had it, but then she told me about it, and she was just like, I just realized.
I realized that there was a thing that I did when I was a kid that wasn't normal, and yeah, I like pulled my eyelashes out, like, it was a time.
Yeah.
My mom saw changes in my behavior when I was around like 12 years old. That like my behavior just kept getting like worse, and it just kept like spiraling downhill, and like she was like, oh my gosh, something has to give.
Something is not right.
I don't know, I don't want to go into like too much details of it just because there's so much stuff. I'm already expecting a lawsuit from this woman after she'll somehow find this video.
Because as you've heard from the title, she got taken to court over a meme.
I did.
But both of us are about to be taken to court over
this
YouTube
video.
Yeah, and it'll be funny. And then we'll make another video about
it. Yeah, we'll make a part 2.
And it'll be a good time. We'll all have a good laugh about it. It'll be great.
We will. What ended up happening was that, like, I got disowned. Like, there was a rumor going around that, like, I was into witchcraft or something on that side of the family. And it was because one of my cousins had a stomach problem. This woman told the family that I was into some witchcraft and gave her a stomach issue.
She just had to take a shit the whole time.
She did have a disease, but it had nothing to do with me and my witchcraft. Yeah. Having the power of giving people stomach issues would be a great power to have.
I would love to have that one.
Both of my grandparents on that side passed away, and it was really traumatic for my mom because obviously those are her parents, and my grandma had passed away very suddenly and unexpectedly. My grandpa, like, we knew he was passing away, and like we were able to talk to him like somewhat before he passed away, but it still wasn't an ideal situation before he left. We're gonna call this woman Mimi because, hi Mimi.
Hi Mimi. We're making a video about you. She definitely stalks us.
The whole reason why we're even able to make this video is because she stalks me. After all the disowning and all of that painful stuff, Mimi got all the inheritance. She thought she could just do whatever she wanted after that. Like, she went on like really big, like, lavish trips.
Oh, yeah. She tried to create a soap business and she failed.
It was like she was selling like essential oils or something.
She was selling soap. Nobody wanted your fucking soap.
Might have just been essential oils.
Whatever you sold, nobody liked it.
Mimi inherited everything, as I said, include not just like financial stuff, but also like a lot of assets and things, including some things that were my mom's. Like, she still has my mom's prom dress, and I think that she
Why would she want that?
I don't know, but she
What's she gonna use it for?
She wants to hold it hostage. She's like holding a knife to the dress. She also got my great-grandmother's ring that my great-grandmother wanted my mother to inherit. There were some other things, too, that she had that were supposed to go to my mom that she decided to hold on to because she was the executor of the will, so she had control of everything. Like, when parents pass away or, like, family members pass away, it's usually a time when, like, people put aside their differences and, like, kind of come together as a family. Not for Mimi! So my mom decided, she's like, you know what, I'm gonna call Mimi, and I'm gonna ask for my stuff, and like I'm gonna ask her to stop holding the kitchen knife to my prom dress. It's not alive, Mimi. My mom left a message, and Mimi saved it, and then my mom...
For some reason.
Yeah, for some...
Because she's just so sentimental.
And then my mom called her brother Benny. Oh, Benny didn't answer either, and apparently, I think save the message too, but my mom called them both once, and then after they didn't answer, she was kind of like gave up, like, okay, legally they're not obligated to give anything to my mom. My mom will just share stuff on Facebook, because you know how middle-aged moms do, how they'll share stuff.
Yeah, they love
like,
those minion memes.
And I was, you know, posting memes like this. You know, we just love memes in my family. We love memes.
Yeah, and apparently that's against the law now. Don't post memes, you're going to hell.
Keep in mind, I never used Mimi's name, and Mimi isn't her real name.
Yeah, and technically we're not using it now.
But we're ready for our part 2 of this video, so I'm sure there's gonna be something that's gonna go down.
I really want to go to court over this so that the judge has to be forced to watch this video.
Hey, Judge so-and-so, subscribe to the Cherry Crew on YouTube. Everyone will subscribe.
The lawyers will subscribe. Everyone will subscribe.
Well, people, when they get emotional or whatever, they'll write like a post of like, look at how far I've come post or whatever. I opened up a bit about like some of my like past and like how I had been like emotionally abused, and I didn't even say who did it. So I didn't specify who it was. Apparently she knew,
which also you had her blocked.
I had her blocked. Yes, I had her blocked. I had all of them blocked.
Had all of them blocked.
Mm-hmm.
How she saw the post?
Who has the real witchcraft here? Like, I mean, really, like, maybe it's just a whole family of witches. Maybe that would explain it.
Plot twist, Mimi is subscribed.
My post could have applied to a lot of people, but somebody was like, Mimi, this is you, and then she read it and she goes, that me. That was me. I did that to her when she was 7. So she saved, like, my mom's messages and my mom's memes and my memes. Mimi gathered all that stuff together.
Gathered it like a Thanksgiving feast.
She called the police.
And she really did.
And apparently it was a relative of ours who's also a cop.
Well, that's not very nice.
Not to mention, I forgot about this. If you want to know how petty these people are, like, before we even get into the tea, when my grandparents died, Mimi and Benny tried to have a police barricade around the funeral home so that me and my mom couldn't get in. Like, I'm 5'3", almost 5'4". I guess I'm more threatening.
Height doesn't make you any more or less threatening, let me tell you.
I guess look at Kirby. And this cop, I don't know what he's telling her, we're filing a restraining order against you and your daughter. And my mom was like, I asked her one time, and the cop's like, no. Restraining order for one time. For stuff that's yours. If you want to support us in getting back my mom's stuff, just put Mimi, the jig is up. Put it in the comments. Just please do it.
Put it in the comments, eat a salad.
Hopefully we'll get the prom dress back and the ring, or we'll get taken to court again, but, you know, all for you guys. You guys are great subscribers. Mimi collected my memes and my mom's messages. Well, you got a lot of alliteration here. So did Benny. She got a lawyer.
They didn't have a lawyer.
No, we didn't have a lawyer.
They went in without a lawyer.
My mom's like, no, I didn't do anything wrong by like calling and asking for my stuff and posting memes.
An inspirational Facebook post.
And the cop's just like,
you are going to be sorry.
And then just hangs up. Of course, my mom's like upset and sad because it's like, that's traumatic for anybody that like both of your parents pass away and then like your relatives are like going after you and your 16, 17-year-old daughter and her Facebook posts.
That's right, you were really young.
I was young, yeah. I was a minor. So after that, like we kind of, it's quiet for a bit. I keep posting my memes. And then all of a sudden there's a knock at our door. We open it and there's a sheriff. She's like, I've got papers for you.
Ma'am, did you post this meme?
And then she like sits at the table with us and she's going through like the papers with us. I think she thought it was some BS too, to be honest. Yeah, she was just sitting there and she was, cause she like was like, here, I'll sit through this and like go through this with you guys, like, you know, to make this better. Cause what Mimi was trying to do, she was trying to put a restraining order on both me and my mom, and she was trying to specifically ban us from like her workplace, from her daughter's workplace, from her daughter's school. One of her requests was that we couldn't go down this one street that's like a main street to get to this neighboring town by my hometown. She was trying to get me banned from this one street that was like a main avenue for, like, my family to get to this neighboring town.
And it's how we got to the mall. Every time we go to the mall, Cassie's just like, oh
no,
better watch out. Every time we try to go to the mall, that's what we have to do.
Every time.
You know what? We're really distraught.
So, and that would be really inconveniencing for me and for my mom, and that would just look really bad.
Also, it's a really stupid thing to try and aim for.
Because she knew that if she banned us from that street, then she'd be essentially banning us from an entire town, because that's the main way and, like, really the only practical way to get to that other neighboring town. But that was, like, the goal of her lawsuit, was to say that we're harassing her with my memes on my Facebook page, and I needed to be banned from a town because of me and my memes.
Think about that the next time that you post a meme. Mimi's coming for you.
The court summonings didn't, like, go into, like, that much detail about, like, why we were getting sent to court, just that it was for harassment and that she wanted a restraining order against me and my mom.
And once you got there, you're just like,
and I was
what?
like, so not only is my mom grieving the loss of her parents, but she's also afraid of this lawsuit now that's attacking her and her daughter and trying to ban us from a town and to make us look like that we're, like, harassers.
And trying to discourage you from posting memes?
Everyone has to be free to post memes.
Yes, you have freedom
to post memes.
You have the freedom to post your memes.
This wasn't just a war on me. It was a war on everyone's memes.
On every shit poster. Every fucking meme lord. It was an attack.
It was an attack on our rights. It was an attack on our Mimi rights. Mimi. So the court date arrives, and the night before was a really, really rough night. Like, I was ready, but I also was done. I was ready and done. Do you understand that feeling? It's like a civil suit court, and we were, like, best for last. We were the last ones. Because she has a thing where she likes to do this, that she'll call up all the relatives. Like, she'll just be like, no, 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 no. Like, I'm just imagining her rallying the relatives, like, no.
Everyone comes flocking.
Like,
and they all, as a unit, go, no.
She had a posse of relatives with her and her lawyer, and she comes walking in, and she just thinks that she's all that. One of my relatives, like, comes in, and, like, she owned a restaurant, so she's, like, coming in and, like, sweet talking, like, the cops, being like, oh, Sheriff McGillicuddy. Oh, Sheriff McGillicuddy, I know how you love your meatballs. Officer McGillicuddy's like, yeah, they were pretty decent meatballs. And, like, this relative of ours, she's just, like, making a big thing of just being like, hello there, officers, I know that you love my food, which means that you will ban Cass from the town. And
they're like, oh man, I love this food. Let's ban that kid.
We were, like, paying attention, you know, to the other court cases. There were, like, some people where there was, like, abusive boyfriends. There was some drug stuff in there, too. Like, there was some heavy stuff in that room. The judge was a queen. She was great. Mimi comes in there with her posse. They're sweet-talking Sheriff McGillicuddy, and my mom just comes in with me, my dad, and herself. Then, Mimi's lawyer comes up to, like, our side of the court. This lawyer was really dumb.
Anyone siding with Mimi is a fucking idiot.
He's dumb for this reason. And my mom had, like, written, like, all of her notes on, like, this, like, in, like, this notebook. Like, all of her points that she was gonna bring up were in this notebook. He comes up and he's just like, do you have any evidence? And my mom's like, yeah, actually, I have this whole thing, this whole book of evidence. And he's like, that's not evidence. This isn't Judge Judy. And it's funny because the judge actually was a lot like Judge Judy. He could have looked because my mom was offering, because my mom's not learned in law, so, like, whatever. My mom literally offered this notebook to this guy, to this lawyer. He passed law school somehow. And literally he could have looked at all those points and gone home early.
Yeah.
But no, he said, no, this isn't Judge Judy, and walked away in a huff. What kind of lawyer is that?
Does he want Mimi to win?
She probably paid him ahead of time
because she's an idiot too.
Because that's the only way I can rationalize to myself why he took that case. But anyway, and then our case comes up, and the judge is, like, talking to my mom because she couldn't talk directly to me because I was a minor. Yeah, Mimi, I was a minor.
Yelling at children for posting memes.
So the judge calls out my mom, and it's just like, okay, Cass's mom, so these are the charges against you and your daughter. You can go home today and just take them and just go if you want to go home early, or you could try to fight it. And actually at that point, I was kind of like intimidated a bit. I mean, I'm a minor and I was really tired. My dad was there, and it's like, we were kind of like, okay, we don't know how this is gonna go. We were hungry. We kind of wanted just to go.
I love how the only thing on your mind at that point was just like, I don't want to be, I'm just hungry, okay?
I guess I was a sheep in that moment because I completely forgot about my meme rights because I was hungry. Which is a very memey thing to do. I mean, look at all these hunger memes. I'm glad I didn't betray them. My mom was like, no, I'm not going home. The judge was like, okay, do you have a lawyer? And my mom's like, no, I don't have money to have a lawyer because she got all the money. And then everybody in the court chuckles unanimously at Mimi's expense.
Including me, who was not there. I randomly laughed exactly at that point, and I was at my own house.
So the judge was like, okay, you can still represent yourself, that's fine. So the judge was like, okay, bring in the evidence against Cass and her mom. And the lawyer, he looks all like huffily, he's got like a stack of papers, and he comes like walking up and gives it to the judge. Literally, they're screenshots of my memes. You know, that one post that I was like, I've come so far as a person. So she's got all these screenshots, and she's saying that these memes were harassing her.
Yeah, and being inspirational.
That was harassing her. They play the messages that my mom had left at their houses in the court, and my mom was like just asking for her stuff back like in a really normal, mature manner. Then comes up and she just like wipes a tear from her eye.
I'm done.
I just really hope that I'm granted this restraining order against Cass and her mom because I am afraid to walk my dog at night. I am afraid that Cass and her mom will be in the bushes with a Skeletor meme. My daughter is terrified to go to school every day knowing that I have a niece like this. So the judge naturally asks, have you ever seen Cass and her mom by your house?
No.
The judge is like, okay. Have you seen Cass and her mom by your daughter's school? No. It's just like, okay, you can sit down, Mimi. And then Mimi's like, The judge calls up Benny's wife. It's because Benny didn't want to be there because he was too successful. The judge is like, Benny's wife, have you seen Cass and her mom by your house? Because she had a similar thing where she was afraid that me and my mom were going to be in the bushes for some reason. Because I guess they saw me in every bush they saw. They were just like, it's Cass. You can write every dirty comment in the comments section.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say anything.
It's like how in Hunchback of Notre Dame that she kept seeing me everywhere, like Esmeralda.
Like fire, hellfire.
She should move to Alabama. Nothing against people from Alabama.
So then after that, the judge is like, okay, sit down. And then, so she gives my mom the opportunity to stand up and speak. I wasn't actually in the room because since I was a minor, I had to get up and go out. There was a time too when Benny's wife had to go out too because we were witnesses. And my mom got to stand in front of the courtroom and she just listed all of the stuff that Mimi had done to her, from pushing like her family to disown her. My mom just listed all the emotional trauma that Mimi had inflicted on her and on me. My mom was like, all I did was call and ask for my stuff back because she has control of all the will, and that's all I wanted was just for my stuff back. That's all I wanted. That's all I've ever wanted, is just to have what's mine. Everybody in the court was like on my mom's side, and it was funny because then the lawyer kept being like, objection, objection, and then the judge kept being like, no, shut up. Our justice system has a lot of issues, but I do know that people that train to be judges are taught like how to like detect lies. I mean, it's not like foolproof, but like they are taught like how to detect a BS. The judge, she was just like, she kind of started to act as my mom's lawyer because she saw through what was going on. So she's like, I've made my decision, and she's like, Mimi,
you're an idiot.
Cass's mom asked you politely for stuff that was actually hers, and if you were a good family member, you would have been able to talk to her like a person instead of taking her to court. Let alone taking your niece, who's a minor, to court. And the thing that the judge caught Mimi on and caught her BS on, because Mimi was saying that me and my mom were defaming her character and that we were harassing her. The judge was like, Mimi, don't you have them blocked? And then Mimi's like, oh, well, yes, I do. We have all of them blocked. He was like, and don't they have you blocked? Well, yeah, they have us blocked. Well, the judge was like, so how are you getting these memes and how are you getting these Facebook posts from a minor's Facebook post and from your sister if you weren't wanting it?
Bamboozled!
If you didn't want to see these posts, why are you getting them? You blocked her.
The judge can't be bamboozled.
The judge was like, no, Mimi. Cass gets to post whatever she wants. She has all the meme freedom in the world because America. The judge was like, you guys are not banned from the town. The charges against you are dismissed.
And Mimi's just like,
yeah. When all of this was going on, I was outside because I wasn't allowed to be in there anymore. The court doors open. The relative that was like talking to Sheriff McGillicuddy comes out, and she's talking mad crap about me and my mom, and she's just like, oh my gosh, I am so ashamed to have such psychotic people in my family. And then I just looked at her, I'm like, shut up, you dumbass. She was just like, I wasn't talking to you, and I'm like, you're still a dumbass. Then my mom comes meandering out. My dad's like, okay, are there like some papers I gotta sign, whatever, because we thought we lost. And my mom goes, oh no, I won. And we were like, what?
I mean, going and having to pay money because you posted a meme is taking it a little far.
It is.
One time, I guess, like, Pepe was seen as a hate crime by somebody.
Poor Pepe.
Why was Pepe seen as a hate crime? I don't remember why. It's like a big thing in my memory.
I didn't know that. The moral of the story is, me and my mom fought for our meme rights. Mimi still hasn't given us back our stuff, so please, to show your support, please write, the jig is up, Mimi, in our comment section. For us, the Jerry crew, and for meme lords everywhere, the jig is up, Mimi.
I'm gonna eat an apple.
If you like what you saw, please click like and subscribe.
Subscribe to see more of whatever the heck this was.
Bye.
Bye.